right, day 3 for me. Special shout out to the leader of this protest. She's been here literally every single day since May. So it's an inspiration there. Moving forward, be aware of misinformation and disinformation about what's going on, and be on the lookout for duplications of actual genuine reports from the site. Alrighty, there's about to be a rally, special thing. We're gonna get to hear from the leaders of multiple locations. So this is gonna be cool. The news is here again, and let's see what people have to say. It should be very, very informative. This is nowhere near the amount of people. There's like 300 people around the corner over there. So this crowd will be triple the size here very soon. This is during the ongoing protests, so that's why you're seeing sort of a split. People are starting to file in, and keep in mind, these are not just, these are all people that are actually in the industry, real actors and actresses, and many of them in major productions are out here donating their time. And that's also to speak for the folks that are background, all the way to the background actors who have the least of it and are out here volunteering their time. It's just it's a beautiful thing right now. The way, the proper way to handle yourself when you are protesting with a sign at a rally, when you're at parade rest, which is what this would officially be, a bit of a parade rest or a full rest, but the sign still needs to stay up in the air, and that's for the purpose that that's what my role is at the protest. And we want everybody who's driving by to still be able to see what's going on, who's here, right? So that's what that means. It's pure dedication, because we still have people filing in, and that's because folks are still finishing their last lap. So no shortcut. Capacity. We're almost at capacity here for the little square that we're in. Just an amazing turnout today, and this is a genuine turnout. Just to be clear, this was not announced, to my knowledge, beforehand. I'm sure the leadership in places planned this, obviously, to have a rally, but I didn't get a notification about it. So these folks are all here in genuine attendance, and that's just a beautiful thing. Easily like 400 people, 500 people protesting today. Thank you to our leaders for coming out today. This is going to be a fabulous informational rally. I can't wait to hear what they say.
I know we got writers in the house. I know we got SAG AFTRA in the house. And I know we got Teamsters in the house. My name is Stutzman. I'm the Chief Negotiator for the Writers Guild of America. We're out here on day 79, only getting stronger.
Yeah.
Woo! The direct result of the solidarity of our brothers and sisters and siblings at SAG AFTRA and the Teamsters. They have been here with us every day since day one, and that is why we are so strong. And now SAG AFTRA is out here on day 6 of their own fight. And we have their back because we are all in the same fight against corporate greed and companies that don't know how to share the wealth with the workers who make it possible.
Amen.
So it's an honor to be here. Thank you for turning out. We've got a number of great speakers. I'm going to turn it over first to Sean Astin, who's a member of the SAG Negotiating Committee.
I made a career being short. I don't know if it's cheating to get up on this little box right now. Thank you so much. The Writers Guild didn't just do it with SAG-AFTRA. You did it with a membership and a community and the public who are behind you 1,000%. Yes. And the Teamsters, that's all you got to say, man. The Teamsters. The UPS is out walking right now, and we know how that's going to turn out, don't we? Yeah. Let me just say, being on the negotiating committee for SAG-AFTRA and this negotiation was really interesting. You know, my mom used to tell me about patience, and I can't remember what she said after that. I was distracted, but you had to be patient, and it's okay when you got 30 people in a room and you're spending 12, 13, 14 hours a day going through legal definitions and descriptions and words and trying to apply that to real people. And there's a group of people who really like that sort of thing, and I'm one of them. And then you wait and you wait and you start looking around at the hallway, and there's a room across the way, and you're thinking, are they ever going to get the proposals back to us? Like, I'm sure they're going to reject stuff. I'm sure, wonder what they'll do. Well, it got down to the end of a month of waiting and waiting and waiting and kind of slow walking the whole thing. And then we got this idea of granting an extension. And there were some people in our membership who were like, hey, I don't think, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Yep. And we were like, no, we're going to be responsible. This is a large, I have in my hand right here, all of the proposals that we have active on the table and all of their responses. And there's one I'm going to mention in particular because I think you'll just find it fascinating. So we did this, and then this 12-day period just lapsed, and you kept thinking, like, are we going to get, maybe they're going to come up with something. Maybe they're going to make a real move, maybe they're waiting to the end. This is their strategy. We don't know, and then they bring it over, and it's like, they didn't do anything. What were they waiting for? The issue is that they weren't really serious in the first place. They never really wanted to make a good bargain. They don't understand the moment that we're living in. We do. They're living in some alternate reality. So let me just say, the one, we've talked a lot about basic wages, increasing the lowest, the basic wage. We've talked about, and where that was actually published, we were looking for 11%. Actually, we started higher, but where it is at the moment, we were looking for 11% wage increase, which would just get us to inflation. They countered with 4, and then 4, and then they were like, "Hey, we came up to 5. You should be." You're like, in real world dollars, I'm not really sure. You want to be, you want people to know that was your offer. Anyhow, late payment. The studios are chronically late in paying their employees. Yeah. And they know it. Yep. And they understand it. And I think when they're sitting across the table, they feel a little bad about it, but they're not willing to do anything about it. So that's just one thing where it doesn't cost them a penny if they pay their bills on time, but they kept stonewalling on that issue too. So I just want to say, we're at the start of this journey. There is no sense of urgency coming from the other side of the table. We want to go back to work. We want everyone to go back to work. Yes. So I asked the producers to call us back in and have a real conversation with us and get these things passed.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
My mom was president of the Screen Actors Guild. Did you know that? Yeah. You didn't know they knew that? Oh, wow. Hey, Mom, they know. So I'm proud to be standing in her legacy. Yeah. Yeah. And I just want to say thank you to my fellow negotiating members. Yes. I want to say thank you to the entire staff. The staff works tirelessly around the clock on this stuff. I want to say thank you to all of our members. I want to say thank you to everyone who's been involved in trying to strong. We're going to strike until we get it right. Thank you very much. I'll hand you over to the
Basic Crafts. They've supported us since day one. And my members know and love Alex Aguilar from LiUna. He's here. here to say a few words. Give it up for Holly.
You have a hat.
I'm gonna use it. I'm a little guy too. So listen, first of all, I want to just thank Ellen, everyone who's here who asked me to speak. It's a blessing, it's a privilege to be able to address you guys. You know, we're making history right now. Well, actually, you guys are, but we're part of that collective effort. The laborers, Teamsters, all of us, because 60 years ago, you guys struck, and there was a lot of change that happened because of that. And like I've said before, it takes a lot of guts and a lot of courage to go on strike. And you guys did it. You did it, and you didn't only do it for yourselves, but you did it for future generations of entertainment workers who are coming behind us. What you're doing today is going to affect people 60 years from now. And people are going to look back, and they're going to say, wow, look at what they did for us. And hopefully, all of us collectively, we can set the example, because we have a lot of young people today in the labor movement who don't know shit about what a union is about.
Yep.
And we need to show them. We're
Right.
showing them now. We're going to continue to show them and bring them along and show them what being a union brother and sister is about.
Yep.
It's about solidarity, unity, standing side by side, respecting one another, and fighting the fight together.
Yes, sir.
Not alone, but together. So that's why we're here today. It's hot. My head's burning. But you know what? This is important. This is important to us, to our members, to their families, to their children, and to the rest of the entertainment industry. Today we are showing solidarity, unity amongst all of us. And this is great. This is, like I said, when I say it's a pleasure to be here and very fortunate, I really mean that. Because this is big, this is huge. I never thought I'd be here speaking to you guys. I'm a guy who, I'm a laborer. But guess what? LiUna is gonna stand with all of you. Today we were at UPS. We got to represent UPS workers today. We know Unite Here's on strike. We're here and we're gonna represent.
Yes, sir.
The laborers, LiUna, Local 724, we're here, and you can count on us for the rest, as long as it takes, to get a fair deal for all of us.
Let's go! Yeah!
All right, our next speakers need no introduction, but let's take a minute to introduce them, because Hollywood labor is so strong right now because of Lindsey Dougherty and the Teamsters. With us, because we're pushing all of Hollywood labor forward, and she's brought the support of the Teamsters across this country to our fight, and we joined them this morning down helping UPS workers get the deal they deserve. We'll be on their picket line. They don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm going to call up Lindsey Dougherty, and then we're all very lucky that Sean O'Brien, the Teamsters General President, has joined us.
Thank you all for showing up today. Thank you for showing up to the UPS rally. We really appreciate it. But look, I hate all the credit because it's not me. It's very simple for us to stand together, and that's obviously something that we haven't done throughout our history here in Hollywood. But we're changing the history in Hollywood right
Yes.
fucking now.
Yes!
And you guys are leading the charge. And I gotta give it to you. The writers are the most militant in Hollywood.
Let's go! WGA!
Showed up strong, day 79, and I know you can go many more days. Obviously, we have to stick through this and get what you deserve. Because look, you're making history for not only SAG and for all the other unions that follow you. Our contract is up next year, so we're gonna need you guys in that fight too, because we're dealing with the AMPTP. So the goal is we gotta divide them just like they've divided us. We'll be here with you. Like I said, day one, If you throw up a picket line, those trucks won't fucking cross. And they did it, right? So there's a lot of other labor fights happening across the country right now, and one of the biggest fights that the Teamsters has is with UPS.
Yeah.
It's a private sector contract that covers over 340,000 Teamsters. And so it is a privilege and an honor for me to introduce to you the toughest, smartest labor union leader that I know. And that's right. I wasn't talking about me, I was talking about him. But he gets up every day with one priority, and that's to help and fight for all members across the country. We have 1.3 million Teamsters. Wow. He's a fourth generation Teamster, originally out of Boston, Massachusetts. Our greatest general president of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, Sean O'Brien.
Introduction. You said it just like I wrote it. I want to thank everybody for their support this morning. We're in the fight of our lives in the labor movement. Yeah. Not just with Hollywood, but we're in a fight with corporate America, corporate greed. They care more about Wall Street than they do the people on Main Street, and that's where we're from, and I'm proud to say we're from Main Street.
Yes.
Now, we are going to potentially have the biggest labor dispute that this country's seen in a long time. But it's not our fault. Just like it's not your fault. You go to work every single day, whether you're writing, whether you're acting, whether you're being a Teamster, providing services on these sets. You go there every day with one goal, one mission, and that is to support your families. You don't go there with any type of greed, any type of motivation. You go there to service an industry that you're passionate about, that you are very passionate about. Unfortunately, the people that you work for care more about a bottom line of a balance sheet than they do the people that make them a success. And it's no different at UPS. I want to give you a little story about UPS. 2020, we all know that we had the toughest times this nation has ever seen. You know, because you didn't work. You couldn't work. UPS, though, our members provided goods and services, made certain that supply chain solution was happening, made sure that people on Main Street got the goods and services they needed to survive when you couldn't go into grocery stores, when you couldn't go in to buy merchandise necessary to run your home. But all the while, UPS was doubling their volume, doubling their profits. $100 billion they made. Now, they didn't share that with any of our members at the time. What they did is they forced our members to work 6 days per week. Now, everybody loves the UPS drivers, the men and women that are in their neighborhoods delivering packages. But what you don't see, those packages do not get put on those trucks by themselves. They get put on those trucks by part-timers. Part-timers who are single mothers trying to make ends meet. Part-timers who work 2 or 3 jobs. Part-timers who are in housing shelters. Part-timers that are homeless who make less than $16 per hour. Those were the unsung heroes. Those were the people that didn't get rewarded. And unfortunately, UPS chose to reward in January the stockholders, increasing their dividends by 50%, increasing CEOs' pay, stock options by 30%. And those are the people that never, ever touched a package. Those are the people that never risked their lives. We had members die in those warehouses because they were going to work every day to provide goods and services country. And what does UPS do right now? They give us an insulting offer to our men and women who go out there and make them the success they are. And we have vowed, and we've stated our intentions clearly for 1 year, that we will put that company on the street if they don't do what's right by working men and women. We do have some common enemies that you're all dealing with right now. And I want to recognize Sean Martinez, who is helping us organize Amazon. Enemy amongst others. Now, little background on me personally. My dad was a 51-year transportation coordinator that ran the motion pictures in the city of Boston. Very proud. I was fortunate enough to learn about what it is to be a good union person 4 generations around my dinner table. And the one thing that we were always taught, we can have our arguments amongst ourselves right here, and that's okay. This is our dinner table. This is our dinner table, right? We can have many debates, many disagreements, many criticisms. But when we walk out that front door, we identify who our common enemies are. And regardless, right, wrong, or indifferent, we take those schoolyard bullies on, and we make certain they understand that you take one of us on, you take all of us on. In the labor movement, we are for one time, and I've been a Teamster for 33 years, one time we are collaborating with each other. And the power of collaboration to truly effectuate change is going to be instrumental to the survival of the labor movement. And I got to tell you, I'm proud to be here today. I'm proud of the fact that we're able to organize, strategize, and most importantly, pulverize corporate America. For these studios, once we're done kicking the shit out of UPS, which is going to be very soon, we are going to focus on kicking the shit out of all these greedy white-collar criminals known as Hollywood. And we're going to make certain they understand today that you have 1.3 million Teamsters at your doorstep, ready to fight. And I got a message for these white-collar crime syndicates right here. When you fuck with SAG, you fuck with the screenwriters, you fuck with the Teamsters, put your helmets on, buckle your chin straps. It's a full contact sport. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. United, we'll never be defeated. The people, united, will never be defeated. As promised. Back to work. Day 3 for me is in the books. We left it all out in the field again, everybody. Getting a ride home from my friend Christine. Thank you. Thank you, Christine. Oh my God.
Welcome.
I can't walk home this time.